Geetanjali just now logged off. It's 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here. It's quite late in South India, and it's so hard for her to. She said it's so hard for her to log off and say goodbye online. And she said, if I visit her, how will she ever say goodbye when the time comes? If we meet in person, there's nothing in the least romantic about any of this. Geetanjali is not greatly affected or interested in conjugal love, if I can put it delicately. So I just said to her, well, you have to learn to let go and say goodbye to things that you enjoy. I did post our chat in Gmail, and Geetanjali did comment that I asked her if any of the students there, I guess they range in age between 16 and 20 something. She said the hostel where they live, the dormitory, is like a prison. She said that even letters and packages from relatives are opened and inspected with the thought that it might be from some lover or boyfriend. And I said, well, perhaps parents who put their daughters there want that kind of protection for their daughter. I asked her if there were Muslim students there, and she said yes, but they wear their black garb of, she didn't use the word chador, which is a Farsi term. Purda is the term one finds in India, in Hindi, meaning veil, but she said that there's little open conversation amongst the students and staff about religion, but deep down she senses there are hostilities between the different religious groups. She did say that people are free, for example, to wear their religious markings. Geetanjali wears a large red dot on her forehead, Hindu style of religious devotion or commitment. So, anyway, this all started off with her question to me of what are the best books to read. It's really such an individual thing. Depends on what you're seeking, what you need. There's a wonderful series of books in this country that are for colleges, and they're huge anthologies. I think it's Norton. It's called the Norton series of anthologies, and I picked up one for a couple of dollars that was an anthology of essays. Now, if you can find such a thing in a used bookstore, why, it's a wonderful bargain. Now, the Norton Reader, and it has things going from ancient times all the way up to modern times. So I just happened to open, and the first one seems to be something from Dylan Thomas, Memories of Christmas. Now, Dylan Thomas, well, if I remember correctly, he was kind of a tragic alcoholic, an Irish writer, but they say he drank quite a bit and became rather nasty when he did drink. Each person, each artist has their problems. Here is Wallace Stegner. I'm not familiar with him, but he wrote something called The Town Dump. Uh, let's see. Some of these people I'm not really familiar with, but I mean, it's a wonderful and inexpensive way to get a broad overview of expository essay writing. And you can just, each of them is just several pages. So if you just have an hour or so to read, well, you can randomly open it and find something that catches your attention. These are, well, there's one by a historian. Oh, here's Letter from Birmingham Jail, Martin Luther King. Now, surely that's a wonderful, inspiring thing to read. I just saw Bruno Bedelheim. He was a child psychiatrist, and it's very tragic that he did end his life in suicide. I think now, there's a historian in here who wrote a wonderful essay on, what exactly is history. And I read it some while ago. See, they have some that are on by historians on history, and he points out a wonderful thing that, for example, if you read, this is Edward Hallett Carr, C-A-R-R, the historian and his facts. What is history? Lest anyone think the question meaningless or superfluous, I will take as my text two passages relating respectively to the first and second incarnations of the Cambridge modern history. Here is Acton, maybe it was Lord Acton, in his report of October 1896 to the the Department of Cambridge University Press, the syndicates, on the work which he had undertaken to edit. It is a unique opportunity of recording, in the way most useful to the greatest number, the fullness of knowledge which the 19th century is about to bequeath. By the judicious division of labor, we should be able to do it, and to bring home to every man the last document and the ripest conclusions of international research. Ultimate history we cannot have in this generation, but we can dispose of conventional history and show the point we have reached on the road from one to the other, now that all information is within reach and every problem has become capable of solution. Rather optimistic, perhaps unrealistic in retrospect. But what Edward Carr points out is that there is no one aspect of, there's no one tangible thing which we can call history. If you looked at the writings that have survived from the Middle Ages, you would think that everybody and his brother was just very concerned about religion, when the truth of the matter is that those who had the ability to write some of the histories were clerical people in the church, and they had their own agendas. And so what survives to us colors our shades. Oh, time to stop.